All right, let's talk about a quiet revolution that's totally changing the game in real estate. And no, it's not some new market trend or fancy architecture. We're talking about a digital workforce powered by AI that can cost you less than your morning coffee. Seriously. So, what's the deal here? Let's dive in and find out.
Okay, so let's start with this number, 79%. What's that all about? Well, it's the key to understanding the whole problem we're talking about today. 79%. That's how many real estate pros say they have major challenges managing their leads. Think about that. That's almost 4 out of every 5 agents just struggling to keep their head above water with all the inquiries coming in. It's this huge bottleneck.
So here's our game plan. We're going to start with the big challenge, then check out the automated solution that's popping up. We'll look inside the digital agent to see how it works, talk about the game-changing payoff, and then look at what the future is calling for. Let's get to it.
All right, Section 1. Real estate's big challenge. So why does the whole lead flow system feel so, well, broken?
I mean, just think about it for a second. Why is it so hard to get a quick, helpful response when you're looking for a property? It can be super frustrating, right? Well, it really boils down to this huge clash between what an agent can realistically do and what we as buyers totally expect.
And here's that clash in black and white. On the left, you've got agents who are just buried, right? Almost 80% of them are struggling with lead management. But on the right, look at what buyers want. 68% of them say they'd prefer that first contact to be a phone call. An actual phone call. You see the problem? Agents are swamped, but buyers want that immediate personal touch. The system just can't keep up.
So what's the answer here? If the humans are overwhelmed, maybe we don't need more people. Maybe we need a whole new kind of workforce, a digital one.
And enter the real estate voice bot. So what exactly is this thing? Think of it like an AI-powered assistant that's been trained specifically for real estate. It can handle all those incoming calls, figure out who's a serious lead, and even schedule appointments, and it does it 24/7. But here's the real kicker, the part that's just wild. It's like having a perfect team member on staff for just $5 a day.
Okay, so that sounds amazing, but how does this digital agent actually do all that? Let's pop the hood and see how this technology really works.
It's actually a pretty straightforward 4-step process. First up, it just understands the requests. It's got speech recognition that's been trained on all the real estate lingo, so it gets names, locations, price ranges, you name it. Second, it accesses key data. It taps right into the MLS, the CRM, all the important stuff in real time. Third, it qualifies the lead. It asks all the smart questions about their budget, their timeline, what they're looking for. And finally, number 4, it takes action. It schedules that showing, sends out an alert, and updates the CRM. Boom, all done, instantly.
You know, the real magic here is how this bot just plugs into all the systems agents are already using every single day. We're talking about the MLS, that's the big database with all the property listings, and the CRM, the system that tracks all the client info. It even hooks into showing management and lending systems. It basically becomes the central hub that connects everything together. Super powerful.
Okay, theory is great and all, but what about the actual results? The money. This is where it gets really exciting. Let's talk about the game-changing payoff.
Okay, get ready for this. The numbers are just staggering. We are talking about a return on investment, an ROI, of between 400 and 1,200%. And listen to this, that's not over a few years. That's typically within just 20 to 60 days. That is an insane, almost immediate impact on the business.
So how do they get that incredible ROI? Well, here's a big piece of the puzzle. By giving people those instant, smart answers they want, these voice bots can boost lead conversion rates by up to 42%. Just think of all those leads that used to fall through the cracks because of a slow reply. Gone. Saved. And this might be the most powerful number of all for efficiency. A full 96% of those first inquiries can be handled from start to finish completely by the bot. No human agent has to touch it until the lead is qualified and ready. 96%. That is a massive weight off their shoulders. And if you want to put a real-world dollar amount on it, check out this quote from a case study. A residential real estate team brought in a voice bot. And what happened? They saw a $184,000
$184,000 increase in their annual commission. That's not just making things a little better, that's transforming the entire business.
And this chart really shows you why all those numbers are possible. Look at the time agents spend on qualifying leads. Before the bot, it's super high. After the bot, it just plummets. And what does that do? It frees them up to do the things that actually make money: building relationships, negotiating great deals, and closing on properties. It's a total shift from busy work to high-value work. So where is all this heading? Let's zoom out and look at who really benefits from this tech and what it means for the future of real estate.
And the impact here is really, really broad. It's not just for one type of agent. Residential agents, they get more time and higher conversion. Commercial brokers, they can qualify those big, complex deals way faster. Property managers, they get automated tenant service 24/7. Real estate teams, they get consistency and smart lead distribution. Even developers can use it to boost pre-sales. It's truly like a tide that lifts all boats in the industry.
Which brings us to this one final, really important question. If one bot can do the work of 3 assistants, what does the real estate agent of tomorrow actually do? Well, when you take all that admin work off their plate, their role can totally evolve. They can become more of a strategist, a true advisor, and focus on the human connections that AI can't replicate. So you see, the future here isn't about replacing people. It's about elevating them. And that is a pretty fascinating thought to leave you with.